I have come to Sheriff Creek, and the wind is really brutal out there around the marsh, so I've decided to escape into the woodland. This is March the 28th. So it's much more pleasant in the bush here. The trail's pretty well packed, which is good. Unfortunately, you got to watch where you're walking because a lot of people bring their dogs in here and do not clean up after them. So there's quite a bit of dog poop along the way. I just met another couple on the trail, and I remarked about how you had to watch where you were walking, and the guy says, yeah, he says it's like a minefield in here. You'd think that dog owners could be a little more considerate of other people. Yeah, the wind's not bad in here at all. It's good. The level of the snow on these boardwalks has got to be at least 16 inches off of the actual boards that you'll usually walk on in the summertime. This trail is more educational than some of the others that I've been on, and all because they have these little hike and learn tags on some of these. What tree is this? You think you know? Oh, what is that? Way up there. Kind of looks like a maple tree to me. Let me see if I'm right. What? What is that? Oh, it's a birch of some sort. Hop hornbeam. Never heard of it. Within the birch family. Well, see, I learned something today. So this side trail apparently is a beaver meadow. I wonder if there'll be any beavers out there today. Let's go take a look. Feels like it's going to be windy down there because I can feel the wind coming in on my face already. Hopefully it's not too loud on the camera. Oh, they got a bench here. I can see that one can sit and wait to see if there's some beaver. Gonna do something out there. Pretty. Well, see any brown critters climbing over the white? No? They're probably smarter than me and staying indoors. The sun's shining. You can't be indoors on a sunny day. Now, on my way back from the bench, not very far, I can see there's been some beaver activity in here, because those are definitely the markings of beaver teeth on wood. So they've cut down some trees and pulled them out of here. Busy beaver. So here's another tree with a label on it. I'm wondering, can I figure this one out? Maybe this one's a maple. Or maybe it's the same thing as a hop hornbeam. Let's see what the tag says. Oh, gotta stretch over here. Hey, I was right. It's a sugar maple. Haha. I'm not completely ignorant of my trees. Now this one I am completely unfamiliar with. It just looks like a stake to me. I don't know. Does that look like any kind of tree you've ever seen? I wonder what it is. Anyway, there must have been something standing here. But nothing here now. Let's see if I can reach it. I don't want to step off the trail. Oh, it's a hemlock. You know what? The Hugh family is probably small shrub and it's probably just buried. Ground hemlock. That's why we don't see any of it. It's covered under about 2 feet of snow. Okay. I should have guessed that. Duh. Now those white bark trees look like paper birch, but they don't have a label on them, so maybe elsewhere. There's a river I'm coming up to, a bridge. I don't know if it'll be running or not. Or maybe under quite a bit of snow. No, well actually that's not what I expected. I thought this was the bridge that you come to on this trail, but nope. This is just another boardwalk. Woo! See, that's what happens if you don't watch where you're going along this trail. It's so narrow. Something about the woodpeckers. There's lots of them that you might see in this bush. Yellow-bellied sapsucker, the northern flicker, the hairy woodpecker, the downy woodpecker, and the pileated. Yeah, this snow is probably, maybe 18 inches deep. So if you step off of that narrow trail, it's quite jarring. Now we're coming up a little hill to some white birch trees. And this is an area that's set aside, protected with a barrier around it to keep people from stomping down on top of the pink lady slippers that are in here. So there's some right at the base of this clump of 3 birch trees. I've taken pictures of those in the past. So in the spring there'll be the pretty pink lady slipper. Oh, I guess they call it a moccasin flower as well. So that area there is cordoned off to protect the lady slippers, but in the past when I've come hiking in here when they're in bloom, I've found them also in this, up here in this area with the other birch trees, and they don't have it roped off, so. But it's nice to think that they might be spreading to other locations in the bush. I've seen them in a number of places around Elliot Lake, down a road that leads to McCarthy Lake, and I've even seen them in the park at Spine Road Beach. So they are about. Oh, here it looks like somebody's put a sign up to show that this area has a number of them as well. So hopefully people are respectful and don't go walking in there without being extra careful. They are beautiful, beautiful wild orchid in Ontario. Here we go with another test of your tree knowledge and mine. Well, this one, I have to confess, as I was walking up to it, the sign was flipped a bit, so it is something I already know what it is. What do you think it is? It's a large tooth aspen. I saw the aspen part of that when I was walking up to it. And it's part of the willow family. And there's the bridge up ahead. And here we are at the bridge. What a beautiful, peaceful sound that is. Now this little trail here runs along the side of that river. I've seen a Luna moth in here in the summertime when I've been hiking along here. But only the once. I thought it was a bird, it was so big. And I went to get a picture of this bird I thought had gone and settled on a branch, and when I got closer I saw that it was a Luna moth. Managed to get a very poor photo of it though. Didn't stick around long enough for me. I think this is a paper birch. So we'll see if I'm right. Oh, well, they call it a white birch. Is that the same as a paper birch? Oh, there. Sometimes called paper birch. So here you go. White birch, paper birch, same thing. There's a little bench in here. Guess I'll take a walk in there. Now that'll give you some idea how deep the snow is, because that is not the seat. That is the back of the bench where you rest your back when you're sitting. So could be about 3 feet of snow in that area. And there's a river down there. That's the same river I just crossed at the bridge. I've seen garter snakes in here before. But I doubt very much that there's going to be any garter snake out here today. It would be one crazy snake. I wore my cap today because I thought, you know, it's going to be really sunny and I wanted to shade my eyes. And I probably would have been better with my parka with the hood because it would have protected me from the wind around the pond. But anyway, here, now some sunlight's come out. Isn't that nice? That's why I wore this hat. And there's some pretty views right along this trail here. I think that one's a very pretty one right there. Little hillside, mountainous hill, framed by the white birch. It's pretty. Now the trail runs along the side of this meadow, and you can see in the distance there the birch trees have a bit of a purplish hue on the top, so I think that's their spring buds starting to come out on those warm days when it's encouraging, when one might think it's actually going to be spring pretty soon. I see some nice wildflowers in this meadow at times, and there's a few bushes with some interesting flowers on them. I thought for a moment there might be a bear coming this way, but it turns out it's a dog, and I don't see this dog's owner anywhere, so I hope he's a friendly dog. I just pulled my spray out of my pocket just in case. As I said, I've never had any problems with bears, but I have had problems with dogs on the trail. Looks like he's going the other way, so maybe he's following an owner that's walked in that direction, I hope. Gee, I wish people would keep their dogs leashed. It's interesting, you know, there's signs that at the beginning of these trails, telling dog owners to leash their dogs on the trail and warning them that bear attacks are more common when dogs are unleashed and they provoke the bear. So, either dog owners just don't care about their dogs, or they can't read. Maybe there's a bunch of illiterate dog owners around. I don't know. There's that dog. Well, I'm staying put for a minute. I'll keep my video going just in case he attacks and we can have a record of it. So, I don't know. Hello there, boy. How are you? What you looking for? Where's your owner? Oh, good. He seems to be fairly... Maybe he heard a whistle or something. I thought I heard somebody whistling. So perhaps they've whistled for him to return and he's heading that way. I hope. I hope. Here's another stream on the trail next to what looks like a cedar tree to me. Eastern white cedar. This tree has some leaves hanging onto its branches, so you might be able to tell what it is from the leaves. I'm pretty sure it's an oak. Let's see, there it is. It's a red oak, part of the beech family.